Okay, last and final round of the league. I think I can keep this on the draw. He's on 6. Like, we have 21 other lands, Noble Hierarchs, and also Vials to draw, so Urza's Mine is interesting. I do have, he's got a Dismember? That's really gross if he's got a Dismember. It does deal him a bunch of damage, but maybe Arbiter can be good. If he just has a Karn though. Okay, definitely fetching now, so that I don't have to deal with my Arbiters screwing me over. I think I actually play a Thalia. That prevents him from playing a turn 3 Karn if he has it. Though, Leonin Arbiter prevents him from playing like a Sylvan Scrying. If he had a Star Sphere, he would have played it, but he could have like Blooming Marsh. He could draw a Sylvan Scrying. I think if he had it, he would have tried to get it into play already. Am I really beating a Karn anyway if I play Arbiter? He can just play it on the next turn. Oh, sorry, if I play Thalia, it's gonna feel so bad if he plays a Karn. But that's not a really good reason to do anything, right? We need to be pretty objective. Like, I'm not gonna beat a Karn the next turn anyway, but it does force him to have another land, which is more difficult. But I think keeping him off Sylvan, like, it's more reasonable that he tries to play a Sylvan Scrying next turn. If he draws, like, he just doesn't have a green source, and he mulliganed. So, if he draws, like, a green source or a Chromatic Sphere or something, yeah, he just has it. Oh, it's a Thought-Knot. Oh my god, it's a Thought-Knot Seer. That is a delight. We're playing against Eldrazi Tron. Obviously, like, he's going to have all his Dust and Endbringer and stuff, but it is nice to be playing against that, because we're not just... I thought it was a Karn, so we'd be just straight dead. Player Blade Splicer. This could be interesting. I think we're probably screwed. Like, when this deck actually has Tron, it's kind of hard for us to beat them. They have all sorts of big bad creatures. I could double block. I mean, if he's got another Dismember or a Warping Whale, it's not even really like that much of a blowout. Though, the Golem does a good job of keeping Matter Shaper down. Like, if he had a Dismember, wouldn't he just Dismember the Golem, attack with both? I think we can cleanly double block there. It could be a Warping Whale, which is not great, but I think I want to play pretty aggressively here just because he has Tron, which means, like, he can very easily Ulamog me soon or play a Karn or something. It's another Dismember. That's fine. That is fine. A Voice? Okay. I'm gonna play that, because my plan is to double block Thought-Knot Seer if he attacks. Don't really want to give him that trade. Oh, he just has an Ulamog. Oh, he's got a Karn or something, or an Ugin. 8 mana. Could be a Walking Ballista. Looks like that's... Well, what is it? 8 mana? Yeah. Gross. I guess I blocked this. There's a tower in play. If I draw a path, we can win potentially, but it's still going to be really tough. Ooh, Flicker Wisp. That is not... Unfortunately, that does not do that much, but it does get the Ballista off the board. Though I lose the Flicker Wisp, the Voice, and the Voice token. So, still not in great shape. Just have a bunch of 2/2s in my hand, which is pretty much always what it feels like with this deck. Okay, well now we're just dead. Put us out of our misery. right, next game. Okay, what do we want here? Our sideboard has just been so bad in every matchup we've played, which is pretty hilarious. If we can cut Avid Mind Sensor again, like our opponent just doesn't have fetch lands. He does have Sanctum of Ugin, but he's got so many colorless creatures, it doesn't matter. I think Wiltleaf Liege is where we want to be. I think that I could actually win by like playing some green-white creatures into Liege. He does have Dismember, but I think generally Dismember is not going to be that powerful against us. And if it is, he might be forced to use it on like a Thalia or Leanin Arbiter or something. I think I want Chrysalli Pride Mage a few instead of a Thalia, and I got 2 Thalias, I think. I'm starting in the Lieges so they're better, but they do hit Walking Ballista. It's not clean, but I've seen some of these decks play Batterskull as well, so I don't think it's the worst plan. Okay, on the play. Not really a great hand. Man, this deck is really not performing that well for me. Even though we're 3-1 here. I think we ship, like... If we draw a land, I guess it's good. If we draw a land, it's really good. Actually, it probably is a keep. Because if we don't draw a land, I can just play a second Noble and then, like... You know, basically be on the draw, like play a Blade Spicer or something. If you still have Dismember for my Noble, it's not really the end of the world either. I don't love keeping a hand that's like kind of planning on missing a land drop. I don't have a Ghost Court or anything to deal with like Temple. But I think that Splicer Angel is actually like pretty good against him. That's the important part of the hand. Like, yeah, the mana situation is not that great, but Splicer, Restoration, and Path, they're all kind of like... Oh, I just realized that Path plus is good. Wiltleaf Liege is good against Reality Smasher. But yeah, like the Blade Splicer Resto is good. Path to Exile kills Thought-Knot Seers. Ballistas. I guess he doesn't have Wormcoil, but Endbringer. So this hand's actually, I think, just definitely a keep. It's not really even that close. If I don't draw a land, we're probably just going to play a Voice next turn to start getting a bit aggressive. Here's his Mine Expedition map. We do draw a land. Okay, so I think we just go... Yeah, let's go Voice plus Noble. I could play the Blade Splicer. The Blade Splicer lets me, like, if I draw a land, like, curve out with Resto Angel, but lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. Is that how the saying goes? I don't think it is. Something, something, lightning, something, somewhere. Mostly that this lineup plays fine. Like, my Voice is attacking for 4. If he just holds up map, like, I can play this Splicer then. It's not really that big of a deal. Him missing a Tron land is nice. It means we're not facing down turn 3 Tron again. But he might even just map for a Temple, which is not unreasonable. But yeah, we just attack. What's kind of cool is now, like, we play Resto, and we can actually path a Thought-Knot Seer with a trigger on the stack. I don't know if that's exactly what we want to do, but I don't really want to give him a land. So maybe I'll just let it resolve. But I'm just beating him down so hard on the ground if I do that. Like, my 1-1 and my 3-3 are just bricked. We'll see if he does it. We'll see what he gets here before we really decide anything. Oh, Eldrazi Temple. Okay, that's kind of... Things are going as expected. If we path him, like... He could All His Dust with another thing next turn. If we don't path, then... If we don't path, we can still attack him with Voice. I really don't want to give him a land. It gets him one closer to like a bunch of scary stuff. So let's go ahead and just let it resolve. The voice still attacks pretty well, and because I have 2 exalted creatures, I'm not missing that much damage. I guess I just attack with Golem. He takes the path. Okay. It's kind of surprising. I recorded this whole video and I never really rallied anybody, but I almost feel as if the Ralliers, like, you just need more fetch. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they would have been good often. I guess against the Death Shadow Zoo deck, they would have been pretty reasonable. I could do this now to play around, like, Warping Whale. Exiling my Blade Splicer. Mind Stone. I guess I do it now, actually. Kind of bizarre, but I don't want to like him to Warping Whale me out here. And I think I'm gonna resto anyway, so, and if he attacks me, like, the damage doesn't, like, I'm gonna block with voice. Matter of Shaper, sure. What do I even attack with here? I guess the reason not to resto is to play around All's Dust. Lean in Arbiter. 1, 2. He needs exactly a tempo to play it. So I think we just don't care and we just start pushing with creatures. The question is, I could fire in with... He's more likely to hit there if I attack with, like, Flyer. If I attack with the ground creatures. I think what we do is we just hit with the Angel for 5, play our 2 creatures, and then Alpha next turn. Like, his Matter Shaper has a decent amount of value in just spiking a land or whatever. Yeah, all it does is a scary card, that's for sure. I could actually save the Arbiter. Actually, I probably should. I could save it for post All Is Dust, but I'm just putting him on. Hopefully he doesn't have Temple here. Like, he missed a land drop last turn, so I'm hoping that he doesn't draw exactly Temple. Am I just miscounting? Oh, right. He's off by 1 this turn. It's next turn that he could have it. No. Oh, no, he's got 5, 6, 7. That's right. But he has to draw exactly Temple and have it. Otherwise, we just shove with everything. Like, Endbringer doesn't save him. Walking Ballista, I think, doesn't save him. He's got 3 blockers. He can't block the Resto. He can block, like, Voice. Or he can block Golem. He has to block both the Golems. Yeah, I don't think Walking Ballista saves him. Which is something I should have considered before, but I think it's definitely right to just play all my creatures or whatever. Because he can only play it for 2, right? So he can block Golem, Voice, ping the Leanin' Arbiter, and take exactly 6, right? He can block Golem, Voice, ping the Blade Splicer, take 7. Yeah, okay. Kind of a sweat there. Definitely think if he just draws his other Eldrazi Temple, we lose, but you get into those spots in Magic all the time. It's not really that surprising that it went down this way. Oh, I guess I forgot that his Matter Shaper, there's nothing that produces 4 mana, though. Though if he, like, flips... No, there's nothing he can do. There's just nothing. Even if he hits, like a Eldrazi Temple, like, Dismember doesn't save him. For a second, I was confused, yeah. I was like, wait, I forgot about the Matter Shaper card. He's got, like, Mind Stone in his deck. I wonder if Thalia is good. Though I want my paths to be efficient is the thing. Scavenging Ooze could also be good. Just as like a dinky 2-drop that ends up being better later in the game. I think it's probably better than Thalia. Even though I think Thalia is like reasonable in this matchup. Because a lot of it just makes the difference on like their dismembers being awkward and their 7 mana cards being awkward. I think that Ooze is actually reasonable. Like on the draw, it's just so much worse. Like they get their Mind Stone down already. They have Tron more often. 3 Ralliers. Let's mulligan. Oh, this hand's pretty solid. I do have a Ghost Quarter, which could come in handy if we hit an Arbiter. Okay, Power Plant map. Yeah, we're just dead. We are just dead. I guess I can Ghost Quarter him. Doesn't feel particularly good, but... Question is, do I hit tower? I'm gonna hit the power plant, I think. Because it's worse for him to hit Tron, like off of a map and play the tower. Pretty like 50-50 on which land he's playing first. Thought Not Seer. Actually, I'm tapped out of my Path to Exile, so that's pretty bad. Not really doing much of anything this game. Rallier. I can get my Ghost Quarter back. Which is pretty reasonable. But if he's got like a Smasher, then I think it's just going to be too much for us to handle. Smasher. Yep. If I draw a 2-drop, we draw another Rallier. Yeah, we're just dead. I'm gonna pack it in. Oh man. That was not the greatest showing of this deck. I think it definitely needs some work to really work out well, and maybe he's not the best shell. But thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.